Hey everybody, now that we've had a day or two to digest what's actually going on in the debates, let's talk about them a little bit. Not necessarily the policies and everything that were discussed because, let's be frank, was there any real policies discussed there? I'm also got a couple other things in store for you, but before we get into all that, you know the drill. Go like, subscribe, hit that little bell down there to set up for alerts and such. Share the videos, throw me a comment. My name is Andrew Alvarez and I'm the Latino Conservative. Hey everybody, before we get started, I wanted to do a quick product review. This isn't official, this isn't endorsed, it's just a product I saw. And I want to do a quick review. Give me a second. How's that smile? See, I saw some of those snap-in, whatchamacallit, veneers on some ad. It was either on TikTok or Facebook or something like that. But I decided to order me a pair. It cost me $20, and I put one in, the top one, and don't get me wrong, it looks good. Looks like I have Botox in my lips after I put them on, but can't say a word in them. If you want to take a picture or two, great, that's fine. But I wouldn't get these to talk with. And the ad said that the person got a talking role in a movie because of this, and in a commercial. Yeah, BS. Either way, get them if you want to take a picture or two. If you need to talk, don't. So let's get into the debate. What a crap show was that? Was there any real policies talked in there? I know there was a question and answers, and maybe like a minute talked about policies in each question. But when it comes down to it, what real policies were discussed? There was no foreign policies. There was a little bit of COVID, a little bit of violence stuff, law and order type stuff. But that's it. What about foreign policy? What about economic policy other than blaming the other party? At one point in time, you even heard Joe Biden say, "Will you shut up, man?" And then Donald Trump said later on, "Don't use the word smart with me. You're not smart." Or whatever that quote was. It's similar to that. But my point on that is that it really kind of made me think. You've got two guys here that are going to have the codes to the nuclear weapons of the United States. You have two guys here that are going to have the armed forces at their beck and call. Mind you, they have to go through Congress to declare war, but they can go in and occupy a territory for 90 days. That's their constitutional right. They bring them back after the 90 days, or while they are there, they can ask Congress to declare a state of war, which happens a lot of times. You've got two guys that have to go in and talk with other foreign dignitaries like Putin, like President Xi, two of the biggest people that we are at arms with right now, China and Russia, and they're saying, "Shut up, man," and "You're dumb." Basically, what can we accomplish with that? I really think that a presidential candidate needs to show some statesmanship. All of this bickering back and forth, it's a dogfight. You get two dogs that start growling at each other, and I hit the mic, sorry, but you get the point. But then you got Chris Wallace, the dog owner, throwing buckets of cold water. Hey, gentlemen! Didn't mean to raise my voice, but you are too. I really think the real winner on this one is Chris Wallace. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he was biased. I really do believe he was biased. He kind of hit on Donald Trump more than he hit Joe Biden. And especially when it came down to the whole part of condemning white supremacists and Antifa, he actually started the question and Donald Trump started to answer. That's what a lot of these media sources aren't telling you is Donald Trump answered the question. He said, sure. Chris Wallace said, will you condemn Antifa? Will you condemn white supremacists? He said, sure. He went on some more about that. Here's a clip.
But But they don't want to accept the National Guard.
You have repeatedly criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and...
So he asked that question, started asking it multiple times. And I think in the middle of that, Joe Biden's campaign manager or whoever was wired him, because yes, Joe Biden was wired. Here's a picture of that. See, he had the wire hanging out of his lapel. He had some device in his wrist cuff. And I took that photo to photoforensics.com, and that's photo with an F, F-O-T-O forensics.com, and did a little photo forensics. I've done that in the past few, we'll say, endeavors that I've done. Looked at forensics in photos. There's no alteration of pixels. There's no alteration of that picture at all. In fact, you go, there's a point on there where you can click on hidden pixels. There's no hidden pixels in that picture. That means that picture is 100% real. It's not altered except for the red circle around it. And I just found that picture on Google using a Google search. And even though downloading a picture like that, some people may say is not the original source, you could still get a good, accurate readout from that. But either way, I think while Donald Trump was trying to answer that question, Joe Biden's campaign manager told him to interrupt that question, get him off point, because everyone knows you get Donald Trump off point, he has a hard time coming back. That's just him. He's a real proud guy. He wants to be right each and every time, and he's real extreme. He's either it's extremely good or it's extremely bad. There's no 2 points about it with him. What the debate made me do is go in and look at who else is on the presidential candidate. Now, I know of one other person, and she's been, I've put her name out there a few times, Jo Jorgensen. She's a libertarian. Now, what a libertarian is, it's, well, you've got your Democrats, big government. You've got your Republicans, small government. And you've got your libertarian, which is like little to no government. She has a lot of good points on there, but some things that she stands for, like legalizing drugs, like heroin and cocaine, I can't get with that. I'm not good with that. And that's the whole concept of being a libertarian, is almost no government, no rules, and that opens up the board for anarchy, in my opinion. You've got a lot of people, a government is established to maintain peace and order and law and order. However, the libertarians are kind of the opposite way. I wouldn't say opposite. The libertarians are kind of no government, no order. If that's the party you want to run, you want to choose, great. If that's how you want our country run, great. More power to you. Go make that vote. I just can't stand behind that 100%, but I will let people know who she is in case that's what they want. There's also a candidate named Howie Hawkins. Now, Howie Hawkins is a Green Party candidate. What the Green Party is, it's kind of like a mixture of Democrats and Republicans together. I actually might identify as this, but I also know that if I run for the big show, Congress or president, I'm not going to run for president ever, probably. The Green Party has almost no backing on it. The Green Party stands for ideals such as green energy and clean electricity, stuff like that. But they kind of have a fiscal conservative view, or somewhat. See, if there was a party that I could identify with that would be socially moderate but fiscally conservative, and it feels a brand new party out there, I would call it the American Party, because I believe that's what most Americans want. It's someone who wants you to make your own money and keep your own money, as opposed to, but you also want to have all the rights to do what you want, as long as it's legal. Marriages, you marry who you want, you can love who you want, you can worship who you want. It's not my call at all. So, other than that, according to Ballotpedia, there are over 1,200 presidential candidates. That's right. Did you know about that? 1,200 presidential candidates. Now, whether or not they actually appear on a ballot or more than one ballot, I don't know for sure. I can't tell you because I don't really and truly, I don't want to go look at each and every state's ballots to see who's running on there. I'm only worried about Texas right now. That's just me. I'm just worried about Texas. So you've got 1,200 people running for president. Also, in that, you've got 3 people that are running as a Communist Party. You've got 5 people running as a Socialist Party. They're out there, guys. There's people that want to turn our country communist, which, if that's the way you want to see this country go, then go vote that way. I really, truly believe that this will never be a communist state or communist country, however you want to call it. I really, truly believe that. So I believe if you're voting for them, you're wasting a vote. The same thing with, really and truly, with Howie and Joe Jorgensen. I believe someone who votes for them is wasting a vote, because the media and really and truly us as a people have endorsed so much the Republican and the Democratic side. And I hate to say this. I hate the sound of this. You've got to vote for the lesser evil. Out of the millions and millions, of 300 million people that we have in the United States, it's really and truly coming down to 2, Donald Trump or Joe Biden. You've got to decide between the lesser 2 evils. And again, like I said, I really hate the way that sounds, but that's just the fact of the matter. That's just politics in today's society. So other people you have on there that are on 5 or more ballots, you have Don Blankenship, Brian T. Carroll, Roque de la Fuente, Latino guy, but I'm going to talk about him in a little bit here, Allison Kennedy, Gloria La Riva, another Latina, Brock Pierce, and Kanye West. Oh, Kanye. So I'm going to come back to Roque de la Fuente. I'm all for Latinos. I'm a Latino myself, if you didn't know. But Roque de la Fuente, his son is Ricky de la Fuente. His son is running for Congress in Texas District 27. I believe that's the number. I lost track of the number since I've dropped out of the Congress race and started running local. But it's the area that covers Victoria, Corpus Christi, Yoakum, that area. So Ricky and Roque, they were also running for a position in Florida. Go figure. For the same position. Ricky actually decided to run for Congress in 2 districts, one in Florida, one in Texas, and he also decided to run for a judge spot in Florida as well. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate their enthusiasm, but I think they may be doing it for the wrong reason. I think they just want the name recognition. Or the money. I mean, you can't blame them for wanting it for the money. And if I was really and truly for the money myself, a U.S. Congress representative first time in gets $174,000 a year. If I was in it for just the money itself, I wouldn't have dropped out of that and chose to do local. I'm really thinking city council. Even though it's voluntary, I still get to work and I still get to keep my job. But I get my feet wet. I get to start learning the process. And that's what I think it's all about. I think if these 2 guys wanted to really and truly throw their name in there, they should start somewhere local, somewhere small, and learn the processes as well. So just some food for thoughts as far as that goes. As far as the presidential candidates, there's over 1,200 out there, guys. There's also an organization called runforsomething.org. If you want to get involved in politics, go look up that group. They kind of show you how to get started, what you need to do, and they'll help you out too. Runforsomething.org. Start small. Unless you really, and that's one thing I wish Donald Trump would have done, something small first. For him, with his funding and with his, I'm going to say experience. He's worked in the foreign policy already with his businesses. He's worked on the state, local level. I think he should have started at Congress and worked up from there. Or mayor, or senator, governor, something like that, instead of going straight just for the big show. I think you need some practice first. And I think his term so far has kind of mirrored that, has kind of reflected that. Because, don't get me wrong, he's done some good stuff, I believe. He's done some great stuff. I still have to question myself, is it really him or his advisors? One thing I do know that he is good at is if he is not good at something, he will surround himself with people that are good at that. And that's really and truly a great leader in general, at the managerial level at a business. If you're not good at something, you hire somebody that is good at something to help you do that. Anyway, so I get off my soapbox on that. 1,200 candidates out there for president. Go figure. Who knew? So Now what I'd like to do is give a quick shout out to a local organization. This is in the Victoria, Yoakum area. It's called Bluebonnet Youth Ranch. The Bluebonnet Youth Ranch is a 501c nonprofit organization that serves as a long-term residential home for dependent, abused, and neglected children. It is a private child care facility licensed by the state of Texas to provide residential care and treatment for children in need. Referrals for placements are accepted from the Texas State, the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, families, courts, and private sources. The purpose of this organization is to provide a safe, healthy, family-oriented environment for children who have been victims of abuse, neglect, and or abandoned. Bluebonnet strives to provide life as normal as possible for the youth and offers guidance, discipline, and all the advantages for them to grow, and to achieve their full potential in each aspect of their lives. The Bluebonnet Youth Ranch allows children to live free from victimizations and presents every opportunity for them to build better futures for themselves and mature into successful, productive adults. Their goal is to inspire hope and ensure well-being and promote meaningful life choices in their residents and in their children. Guys, that's one of the courses that I'm actually taking right now. Now, I'm doing some online courses. They're not accredited, but they're still education. I believe education is important. It's child justice and child law, child care, how we can protect these children. Now, I saw my sister posting about this Bluebonnet Youth Ranch, and quite honestly, we need to protect the kids. They are our future. It's more than just a song. The kids are our future. So go check this out, bluebonnetyouthranch.org. You can donate there. You can get more information about them. You can make your referrals there if you'd like to. So now, what I like to do is, I've got a call with a local Pearland City Council candidate. And here's that call now. Hey, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Andrew Alvarez. I am the Latino conservative. I've got with me today a great person. I met him a few weeks ago at a Trump MAGA get-together. He's a great guy. He's from Venezuela. And I just met the guy, but he's already my compadre. He's going to be a lifelong friend. He's a great friend of mine. His name is Orlando Bruzual. So everybody, welcome Orlando Bruzual here. And Orlando, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about where you come from and a little bit about your background.
Well, hi. I just want to give you thanks for this interview that you just gave it to me right now. Let me tell you a thing. I'm Spanish. I'm a Venezuelan American Italian. I came to this country 22 years ago. The reason was, everybody knows, the socialism, the political revolution, what happened over there. But my name is Orlando Bruzual, and I'm a citizen who lives in Pearland, who was born in Caracas, Venezuela. I'm going to tell you a little story about me. At the age of 19, I was an exchange student to Portland, Maine. That's where I learned English. I was, 18 years old, or 19. Then I went to school in Boston for my associate degree, which I got in finance. After finishing my associate, I returned to Caracas, where I live until 2000. Caracas was a great place. Venezuela was an excellent place. We have a lot of diversity over there. Oh God, people from all the Spanish countries over there, like 30%, it was immigrant. That was great. But after 2000 or before 2000, by 1990, that's where the problem start. New ideas start arriving in Venezuela, and the political party, they try to assimilate those ideas, right? After finish my associate, when I was in Venezuela, the left-leaning democracy government became a dictatorship, right? In the end, it became a dictatorship, right? One of the reasons that I immigrated to America is because this is the land of freedom and opportunity. And I can say it is the best federal system within a republic. You have excellent system here. Over there, the democracy was very weak, and that was attacked by the same parties. What you see right now here in America it reminded me much what I saw there. First of all, they tearing down the statues of Christopher Colombo. You just have to just Google and look, put Christopher Colombo, Venezuela, and you're gonna see it's the same. And then you got groups like Black Lives Matter, Antifa. Uh, we have other groups, another reason over there, but it's the same family. What they do, they just destroy countries. That's it.
Wow.
Well, I came from. Let me tell you about my background. Is I'm a very conservative, and I came from a Catholic family with strong values. Right.
Mm-hmm.
My father was a lawyer. My mother was a painter. A painter. She paints. I have right now. I have three daughters. I have Annabella Cristina, Eugenia Cristina, and Andrea, and my wife is Maria Cristina. We all live here happy. I went to school here. I attend also Mississippi State University, where I earned a bachelor degree in political science and a master degree in Spanish lit. And then I came to Houston for my PhD, which I got just 32 credit. I didn't finish. Almost. They call me almost.
You almost, but you teach now, right?
Yes, I'm a teacher right now. I've been teaching more than 15 years
Wow.
at the college level. I teach Texas government, American government, and I teach Spanish lit
Nice.
and Spanish grammar, 14, 11, 14, 12, whatever the school give me. And I teach in three schools around here. One is Alvin Community College, the other one as an adjunct. I teach in ACC St. Jack. I don't know if the people they know St. Jack.
Oh yeah, I know San Jack.
Well, I teach there. You can just look over there.
Yes. So I hear a lot of politics in yours, and I don't know if I failed to mention already. You're running for city council in Pearland, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, I'm running for city council because one of the reasons, I mean, there is few reasons, right?
mm-hmm.
But city council, I want to work for the city. I've been in politics. I always like to work for the people. So there are a few reasons that I'm running for this position of city council.
Okay.
Well, first, as I say, I want to serve the people of Pearland and be able to add my unique skill and experience in the council decision-making process. Let me tell you, as a professor, I can listen and I can appreciate different opinions. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, so I know how to ask questions that will directly to the matter of hands. It's like I, I can talk to people and I know what they need in this city. We have some problem here that we need to, it's time to change. It's time for changing and we need to just keep working in
Absolutely.
it.
So
Yes. I
what?
will listen, also I will listen respectfully to all the Pearland residents,
Mm-hmm.
right? I will, this is one. Well, and let me tell you, because we are just 40 miles, we are just 40 miles from the great Houston. I mean, we're not far away. A lot of families and business, they just move in here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when they move here, right, we got to keep, as the government here, what they have to do is just keep the road in good condition. We have to control traffic. We have, oh God, we have a lot of work to do because remember the population when I moved here 8 years ago, it probably was like 80,000. Right now it's 122. We have a lot of people here. This city is like a cup of tea. Is one of the, the best city in USA right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is growing faster, and we have a very diversity people here, and we have a business. We have foreign business here. We have business inside, so we have to keep them here, promote them, giving them the facility, giving them all the infrastructure, whatever they need to stay here. Because in the end, they pay taxes, and we
Yes.
live from taxes.
So you've touched on a few things that I guess you as a city council member would do, which would be kind of ensuring the infrastructure is up to par, making sure that the residents want to stay there. What are some other jobs that a city council member would do?
Well, let me tell you, oh God, city council job. Well, we have that. We have, let me, city council, we gotta understand what is a city council. We have 7 city council here. We are like a police maker. That's it.
Good.
We have, as a representative, we inform and responsible. We are we are decision maker, in the interest of the community, which is important, right? We also provide and coordinate various public service and facility. We develop resources socially and ecologically, like park, recreation park. We have to take care of this, especially in Pearland, which is a green city. I mean, you got to come over here and see. I'll tell the people to come over here. We have excellent restaurant. They come and visit here, and you can see we have a lot of green. And this is one of the reasons that I moved here.
Oh,
We
yeah.
also encourage and develop. The city council will have to encourage and develop initiatives within a community, provide a better quality of life for the community. We have to represent the interest. We have money here. We have a lot of assets, right? And also we have to partner with everybody. The city council, we cannot make decisions alone. We have to see what's going around. We have to monitor the city. We have to partner with the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce is one of the most institution in any city. Believe me. It is they are responsible for to keep the business going. They have a good ideas. We should be working with them. I mean that's one for me is one of the priorities. I want to partner with them. Also, we
Yes.
have to partner with the police, especially right now. The people they're going crazy. They shooting policemen. They want to defund the policeman. We have to partner with them. We have to
Absolutely.
support them
So
100%.
I'm guessing you are kind of you really like the security aspect of it. So tell me a little bit about your security. What how you feel about the security policies?
Yeah, well, but in the end, also let me just finish. Not just the security. Also, we have the first responders, right?
Absolutely.
If we can get the ambulance, if you come to your house in 2 minutes, if we can make in 1 minute and a half, if we can short minutes, that would be great. And also with the neighbor association, people they don't mention neighbor association. Neighbor association is very important, right? Because
Hmm.
this is like a government also within the government. This is the system that they work in America. You got the federal government, and then you got the state government with their own constitution. And then you got the municipality, and also you have the city with the chart of their own
Hmm.
constitution. Also, you have the neighbor association, they have their own constitution, right? As long
Absolutely.
as they are aligned with the city, aligned with the state, and aligned with the federal government, everything's going to be fine.
Yes.
Now, yeah, security is one of my priority here. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but because it's like, okay, how many, have you watched? I think everybody been watching what's going on here in
Oh,
America.
absolutely.
I mean, that was crazy, and then especially the North state and the state where there are a lot of Democrats. I
Hmm.
mean, Democrat city councils, Democrat mayors. I mean, that's disgusted the way that I see that one in TV. I mean, that's terrible, and sometimes I even feel sorry for the people, the good people that live there. Well, right now we see groups like the just destroying business, uh, destroying any. I mean, killing policemen, shooting policemen, a lot of anarchy groups.
Hmm.
So we got to stop them. Also, the city council in those cities and the councilors and the mayor, they say, well, we got to defund the policeman. That's ridiculous. I mean, you have your city under attack and you want to defund the policeman. You don't have to protect. I mean, I want to see those people go and visit the house of the governor over there or destroy the house of the mayor or the councilors, right? They're going to change the opinion. Let me tell you, we got to stop that insanity. And I don't
Absolutely.
want to happen here in Pearland. Why? Let me tell you, people say, well, it's not going to happen. Yeah, that's what we said 22 years ago. That's my story, and I can tell you what happened. It's the same way. The same way that I see is the same way it happened 22 years over there, Venezuela. And it was a strong democracy, but well, not too strong like here because we don't have. Remember, the only country they have in the world they have a federal system is America, so it's very strong. You have the balance of power. We didn't have much over there. They didn't function. Now, it's incredible how the people they call me and they write me. They say thanks me because you. I mean, that's what we need. We need people like you here. The people they know the story, what happened. Look at what happened. It was 4 weeks ago. I think it was Kenosha.
Yes, Kenosha, Wisconsin. I've been there.
Wisconsin, have you been there? Well, let me tell you, this is a beautiful town, 100,000 people, just next to the lake.
Yes, gorgeous.
Yeah, and they live from tourists. Well, you go over there, and it was peaceful. But look at what happened. In few days, they destroy everything.
Yes.
Destroy everything. And what happened with the governors? What happened to the mayor? What happened to them? They didn't do anything. In the end, thanks to the federal government, had to send troops because this is this is the way it works in America. People, they don't understand how the system is in America because they complain. They say, why Mr. Trump sent troops? No, he didn't send troops. He just exercised his power as a president. When you see one state is dismembered, or we have a lot of, crazy, anarchy, or what happened like this, is the right of the federal government to send the troops and come back to the order and law.
Yes. And see, what a lot of people don't realize is the troops that are getting sent over are the National Guard. And the National Guard is basically kind of like the state's own military. And the governor has to authorize that. So it's not just Trump, it's the governors that are authorizing that too.
Well, because in the Constitution here, they say, let me tell you, each state, each governor is like the president of the state.
Yes, yes.
He can order, he got under his power the National Guard. But he can have just 5,000. He cannot get more than 5,000. I think it's a number. They cannot get like 20,000. Hey, let's go with, no. The thing is that they didn't do the job. They were destroying people. They were killing people. They were burning the city. If the government doesn't do so, the president can do it.
Absolutely. He's taking care of the country. I believe that.
And we are one country. Even we are a federal system. We are one country under God, indivisible.
Absolutely.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry about my accent, but
hey, no worries. We're still all one country. We are I like to tell people that we're a melting pot because we were founded by very, very many different nationalities in this country. And I like to kind of touch on a little bit something that you talked about, how each government can go wind down into even you have your own neighborhood government, your neighborhood associations. And just a little sidestep on the interview. That's one thing that I've been pushing to a lot of people that listen to me. If they want to make a change, a big change, they start at the little levels. You get something rolling at the neighborhood level, it's soon enough the city is going to catch on. And then you're going to have your councilmen like Mr. Bruzual here, who's when he makes council, he's going to take that and then possibly even go that to the county, to the state level. Once some states catch on to that,
well, I think
domino effect.
Well, we got to understand that one thing, since we are at the local level, we are more close to the people. Like Mr. Trump doesn't know what's going here.
Excuse me.
Mr. Trump doesn't know that one of the residents here, he was trying to make a letter to put down the sign here in Pearland. The Confederacy, they say the Confederacy sign. So he doesn't know a lot of stuff, but we do.
Yes, we do at the local level. We
are
find that
close to the people. We have the problem.
Yes.
I remember it was 7 months ago where I live. It's a nice place, but one of the the post light, at night when you come, it was very dark. It went off. It
Mm-hmm.
went off for 4 months. Even if you call the city council, they didn't come to fix it. So that's what we don't want. We need people here very efficient. We need people, if you come to live here and you pay taxes, but by the way, we're paying a lot of taxes, too
Oh, yeah.
much taxes. I think it's the highest taxes around the region that we pay. And they're trying to increase more taxes. If we increase more taxes, guess what? The people are going to be living here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is what happened. I mean, we have to solve the problem of taxes. I promise those taxes are gonna go down. I'm gonna work with the next mayor over there. Um, um, and I think what I hear from them is that they wanna, put down the taxes, and I'm gonna agree in this decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're paying too much taxes here, and we have too much expenses. I mean, we getting all the money that we get from taxes here, and in 3 days we want to spend it, right? The
Mm-hmm.
city manager come over here, they show a proposal, they say, listen, okay, this is what I have here. Okay, are you gonna say yes or no? That's it, and that's very easy.
Too many yes people.
How many yes, everybody?
Yes.
This is I seen that the city council here, it remind me a baseball game between the Red Sox and Brazil. Well, Brazil they don't play. They
Explain that.
7-1, 7-0,
Ooh.
7-0, 7-1. Well, I don't see opposition say, hey, no, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
not what the people want. I mean, you gotta listen to people, right?
Yes,
That's what the
absolutely.
hearings are for. Listen to people and trying to go align with them, because at the end they choose us. We are part of them. When we finish our function over there, we're gonna come back as a citizen again, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody might be over there.
What were you going to plan on doing? Because you mentioned a few things that you were looking at already, like the taxes, like the infrastructure and the security, the first responders. What is going to be one of the first things you work on once you get to city council?
Well, the first thing I want to go over there is just gonna sit down and start checking around.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on. Let's see what they have. Because
Okay.
sometimes you see the iceberg from the top, but you don't see the iceberg under the water. So I just want to go and see, and maybe I might understand a little better some things that in this part right now in my position I don't see it,
Okay.
right? But we have the first thing that we have to do over there is support the officers here and the policemen. We have to just put more policemen. I mean, we are 122,000 people. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, I don't want to give numbers because the people say, oh, he doesn't. No, because, I don't have the numbers here. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that we have 170 members or just officers or working here. And I think we might need a little more. Also, we need equipment for them and training. They need training because we don't want any policeman put the food in the head of nobody around here.
Absolutely. And that's something I preach too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, I don't like that. I mean, you can be a thief, you can be whatever, but you have to follow the rules. And this is what I don't want. I
Mm-hmm.
want respect the civil liberties here. We're gonna help them. We're gonna give whatever they want, but as long as they respect the civil liberties. So far, the cops here around here, they're very good.
Mm-hmm.
They're like invisible. Because let me tell you, where I live in Shadow Creek, I don't see policemen. I don't see patrolling, but I don't see nobody, any thief. Well,
Yeah.
maybe when I'm asleep, that's when they go out. I don't know, but
Yeah. So
this is
what
one
about
thing.
what about the Latinos? What are you planning on doing for Latinos, and how are you going to represent the
Okay,
Latinos?
let me tell you, I'm as a Latino, Hispanic Latino, I represent the community here.
Yes.
I have a big group here, um, which I represent them. And there is a lot of things that we have to get them included. For example, when I have an interview, it was like 4 weeks ago with a chief spider. Yeah. I asked him, hey, do we have a Spanish officer here? We have Latinos officers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yes, which is, I'm happy, because we need also to put our people in the right side of the law and the story. I would love to see Latinos in the fire department, Latinos in, but I'm talking the good Latino, because you and me, we know that we have also bad Latinos.
Oh yeah, we do.
And we don't want that one. Then let's send them to California or the Democrat state.
Or
But
to
we
New
don't.
York.
We need a good. Well, I'm gonna tell you. But what I'm surprised, I just went around Shadow Creek, where I live, and a lot of people there are conservative, become very conservative. And somebody told me, no, Shadow Creek is very liberal. Well, I just went around here. I think they're wrong, because there's a lot of conservative people. A lot of people, Afro-American conservative. We have a lot of Afro-American nice people. And we have also Latinos, they are conservative. And also we have a lot of immigrants from different countries, which are American right now, and they are conservative. The people, they have to take, I don't think that's one subject that I talk sometimes one day with a Republican, is they have to embrace them. The thing is that the Democrats, they're very smart. What they do, they're getting all the Latino, they're trying to get all the Black out, they're trying to get all the, new immigrants, right? And they want to, because the Republican, they haven't embraced them. The only one that I hear, hey, we gotta get all the people is the President Trump. Yeah. Which is for us. But we need to get more in the Republican, more Latinos, more different, cultures, because we are conservative people. You go any house around here, a guy from India, from Pakistan, we have values about family. We believe in family. And they don't understand that. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I understand.
And the Latino is part of this community. Remember that we are the majority in this country, the minority. All the life, I've been, watching all my life, the minority here in this country was the Afro-American. We knew that most of the benefit the Congress gave it to the Afro-American, but they were the minority. But guess what? We are the minority of the minority. Now we are almost 60 million in this country, 57. In the Afro-American is 29. So we are double them.
Yep, we are.
We need to help our people also.
Absolutely. I totally, fully believe that.
And I believe that we have to work for them and help them. And this is one of my goals. My goal is, if you're Latino here, you live here, you have a construction company, you want to work for the city, well, go ahead. Don't be afraid, and go over there and, put the bid, whatever job, and we're going to give it to you. The only thing that is have to be legally. I mean, everything has to be legally here, right? Legal. I don't believe in invisible and sanctuary cities, and I don't believe in this.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that I'm not going to help them. It means that I don't believe in this.
We've got to do everything legally. That's the whole principle of it.
Yeah, it is.
You've got to do that. Now, I've got a few more minutes before I run out of time here, but I've got two more questions. One of them, I'm going to combine two questions into it, and it's going to be kind of your time to shine here. Do
you hear any noise right now?
Background noise from I'm near a road right now.
Oh, okay.
That's me. That's on me, But okay, so I have two more questions. I've only got a few more minutes left, but one's going to be kind of your time to shine. And the second one's still going to be pretty important, but who are you running against, and how are you better than that candidate?
Well, I'm running against three more candidates, different ones. I mean,
okay.
And I think I'm much better. Well, I got more preparation, more experience. You got to remember that I have 4 degrees. I work in politics. In Venezuela, I was one of the co-founders of Convergencia, a Christian party in the state of Miranda. I fight against socialism. And you go Google and you can see a lot of articles about against socialism that I wrote, more than 200 articles, different papers. Wow. I mean, I'm doing, I have a lot of experience. And also, when I was a student here, I just won I was the first international student with good grades. I mean, I have a lot of stuff that I can bring to this table my knowledge, my culture, and my different view, because we need different view. People, we have to progress. We have to make change, right? Not in the revolution way, in the evolution. I believe in evolution, not in revolution, right?
I like that. I like that saying a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I do, right? Evolution.
Yes.
Evolution, not revolution.
Awesome. So the last question, it might be the most important question of them all. Tacos or pizza?
Both.
Perfect answer.
I love taco. Let me tell you.
Perfect answer. I like to make tacos out of my pizza. You how you kind of fold them up in half.
I get to. And the thing is, I remember when I was there, I never had spice. Now, since I came to Texas, I eat everything spice. If you don't put spice in my food, I don't like it anymore. So I love. And there is another great restaurants here. We have a restaurant, Nopalito. It's a nice restaurant here, a Mexican restaurant. We have different ones around. I think we have Gringos. We got different restaurants, Mexican restaurant, pretty good. And I'll tell the people, Pedro, don't go Houston to eat. Stay here.
No, there's some great food in Pearland. I've frequent there quite a bit actually, but my time is about to run out. I've only got like 2 more minutes left before this recording stops. But hey, Mr. Orlando, it was really great talking to you again. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna keep in touch with you. Don't worry, this isn't gonna be our last time talking. Best of luck on your campaign, and I'll be out there rooting for you, and I might even go knock on some doors with you, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much, and well, thanks for your interview, and I hope to talk to you again. Thank you. Well,
awesome.
Muchas gracias. El saludo de Latino conservative people.
Yes, thank you very much. You have a good one. Good night.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, out of whatever you're doing to listen to this. It really means a lot to me. I know I've got a small YouTube channel, but I'm looking to grow that. So the way you can help me out with that is to go like, subscribe, share this, sign up for alerts, so you know each and every time that I come online. I plan on doing more and more and more and more and more in this. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. Even if I don't make the elections, I'm still going to keep going. Because I am the Latino conservative, and my cause is your cause. Y'all have a good day.